Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video guide. I want to do this for every level, but I'm starting off with one that I put a lot of practice into recently and a lot of routing because I was playing it a lot when trying to understand how to do the skip at the end. Um, just bear with me, this isn't going to be live gameplay. This is a round where I was very successful in the things I wanted to do, and I'm going to just talk throughout each of the photos and what I consider important and all the other things that are going on in the level here on Snow Day for the speed run of any percent. Let's do it. So we're getting started here. The first thing that we want to do is zoom in pretty aggressively before the ferret is even on camera. The reason that we're going to do that is because the Beartic is going to run by, and if we don't slow down to some extent, we're going to run into the Beartic. I prefer to have that slowing down be done by zooming in and having a better photo than worrying about like taking off on the turbo. Our second photos are going to be Mamoswine. I'll show you a couple examples of what you can do. We can do a half zoom here, we can do a regular zoom, but either way, once you hit this Mamoswine, you turn right. The VV doesn't move, it's straightforward. A third Mamoswine you can do is this one, which you can do pretty quickly because you need to turn left to avoid the Mamoswine anyways. Fourth one here you can do is turn around. I chose incorrectly and then tried to zoom, but it's a zoomless. The one I'm going to select here is going to be the third one, but all of these work. I've decided here it makes it sense to be faster to avoid these guys by looking towards the left. It results in me not taking photos of them. This guy gives you two options anyways. We can take a photo of his back, that's about 3,400 points, or we can get him turned around, and this will be about 4,200. Glalie is going to be on the left, that one doesn't move, should be straightforward enough. We do have another thing that we need to avoid here, and that's the Spheal. You only need to bonk it once as long as you turn and face forward pretty quickly. Then we need to, once we get past it, take the Magikarp. Here with this Spheal, I don't know why, but doing a stutter step and making sure that you're drifting slightly to the left but not into the Piplup works. And then really any Piplup, both the Piplups have great photos, but I find that that one is now easier for me to hit because it is when you hit directly back on the control, that is Piplup running with the cart perfectly. If you do end up hitting the Spheal, don't worry, the Piplups are also straightforward to take. They're just kind of miserable. You need to be pretty quick though, or they'll run away to the Beartic. I'm making the selections here just so I can choose the ones that have the points of the highest, and especially if you're coming into this run new, I would definitely feel free to take the higher points by giving examples of ways that you can take photos quicker, and we're going to hit the point total here pretty aggressively. Great Ferret because we're zooming in, right? Mamoswine's actually the best I've ever done that, which is very funny. This VV can be, I think, like a few hundred more points, but I'm really happy with basically every picture we took here. That 3590 is actually in the high end for that Glalie. Don't feel bad if you're a few less. That's a very high end Magikarp. That's a low end Piplup. It wasn't purely centered. The other Piplup can be worth a few hundred more points. But just for the record, we, on this like very perfect run, would have beaten the goal by 2,500. The idea of taking a better, like quicker Mamoswine and taking the quicker of the Snorunt wouldn't have caused us to fail. In fact, we still would have beaten the goal comfortably. The hardest photo to take really is going to be the Piplup at the end, but basically the things that we're trying to worry about in this level aren't the photos. It is going to be the avoiding Pokemon, especially like the skips at the end, both the seals. I hope this is helpful for anybody who's picking up the speedrun, particularly any percent, and the other speedruns that end up going to Snow Day are going to actually end up being pretty similar in regards to the skips, so might be helpful there too. And we look to making more of these, especially if there's any interest, or they pick up people who are not necessarily speedrunning watching, which would be cool. But thank you for watching either way.